This is PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube.
Welcome to PSN Newsrun. Our top stories. 15% of Nigerian girls aged 15 to 19 are either pregnant or mothers, say Minister of Women Affairs. Billboard names two Babas African Queen Greatest Afrobeat song of all time. And on sports, the Tigers crash out of AFROBASKET. Stay with us for all details and more. Nigeria's Women Affairs Minister Iman Suleiman Ibrahim has raised alarm that 15% of girls aged 15 to 19 are either mothers or pregnant as the country adopts its first national menstrual health policy to tackle teenage pregnancy. Let's hear Marianne on this report.
Alarming new figures reveal that 15% of Nigerian girls between the ages of 15 and 19 are already mothers or currently pregnant. The startling statistics revealed by Minister of Women Affairs Iman Suleiman Ibrahim comes as Nigerian rolls out its first ever national menstrual health and hygiene policy. The minister warned that early motherhood at such scale not only poses health risks but also deepens the circle of poverty and inequality among young girls. Beyond teenage pregnancies, Nigeria is also facing a hidden health crisis. 7.3 million women and girls are living with undernutrition and anemia. Analysts say this double burdens adolescent pregnancy and poor nutrition, threatens educational attainment, economic productivity, and long-term national development. This policy is not just about menstrual health. It's about restoring dignity, breaking the silence around reproductive health, and ensuring that no girl is left behind because of natural biological processes. By addressing undernutrition, anemia, and access to safe menstrual hygiene, we are investing in the future of Nigerian women and girls. Experts believe the new menstrual health policy could be a game changer, but its success will rely on a strong funding, public education, and community acceptance. For millions of Nigerian girls, the hope is that this marks the beginning of healthier futures and greater opportunities. The numbers are stark, but with this policy, Nigeria is signaling a commitment to turn them around. Marianne Awuya, PS News.
A supremacy tussle is unfolding in Yoruba land as the Alaafin of Oyo and the Ooni of Ife clash over traditional authority, with Yoruba leaders and elders stepping in to prevent deeper divisions. Joycelyn breaks it all down in details.
A looming royal showdown grips Yoruba land as the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owode, issues an ultimatum to the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, demanding revocation of a chieftaincy title he conferred, leading to a dramatic escalation in a long-standing dispute over traditional authority. The fracas ignites after the Ooni grants the title Okonlomo of Yoruba land to a businessman, Dotun Sanusi. Alaafin says this oversteps the Ooni's jurisdiction and violates tradition, citing a Supreme Court ruling granting the Alaafin exclusive rights over Yoruba-wide titles. However, the Ooni's palace brushes off the ultimatum as empty, arguing the matter belongs to the public court of opinion. Sources trace the tensions even back further. In March 2025, during spiritual rites in Oyotunji African village in the US, the Ooni's emissaries performed ancestral ceremonies. At the time, the Alaafin reportedly instructed them to leave, claiming the village lies within Oyo territory, triggering offense. The rift gains visibility during a public event in April when a viral video captures the Alaafin seated while the Ooni is greeted by peers, interpreted by many as a snub. Yoruba leaders are urgently calling for reconciliation. The Yoruba Council worldwide deems the feud as a disrespect to tradition and urges mutual respect and unity among monarchs. Likewise, the Ewi of Ado Ekiti implores both kings to lead on common Yoruba challenges, including insecurity, and economic decline rather than fall into petty rivalries. The socio-political group Afenifere backs the Oni spiritual authority, arguing historically the Oni embodies Yoruba ancestral legitimacy, while the Alaafin represents political might conferred to Oyo province. The tussle underscores the blurred lines between spiritual versus political supremacy in Yoruba tradition. The Alaafin asserts his territorial dominion and constitutional exclusivity over broad chieftaincy titles. Meanwhile, the Oni's defenders cite spiritual seniority rooted in mythology and colonial recognition as justification for broader cultural authority. At stake is not just a title, but the symbolism of unity in Yoruba land, a battleground between modern interpretation of tradition and centuries-old hierarchy. As tempers flare, stakeholders are watching whether this dispute deepens division or if mediation will preserve the revered harmony of Yoruba monarchies. Reporting for PS News, Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
Disciplinary actions lashed down on local vigilante operatives involved in assaulting female NYSC corps member in Anambra State. Ella is here to update us.
Outrage in Anambra State after a viral video showed a female NYSC corps member being assaulted by men alleged to be members of a local vigilante outfit. The incident, which surfaced on August 19, 2025, has prompted swift condemnation and official action. According to multiple reports, the operatives entered a corps lodge in Oba, Idemili South local government area, demanding to search occupants. The victim, identified as Edema Eloho Jennifer, AN 24C0626, was forcibly handled during the encounter, with images showing her being stripped and beaten. In accounts relayed through her legal team and media interviews, the corps member says the men stormed the lodge without a warrant, dragged her out and forced her to undress while filming, leaving her humiliated and injured. She maintains she pleaded with them to stop and asked for due process.
Even if you want to force us, even if you want to go with you, we should at least call somebody, either our LGI or we should call our proprietor so that they will know that we're going somewhere with people, because you didn't introduce yourself, we don't even know you. We don't know where you are taking us, so we can't just follow you like that. That was when they started beating me that, what gave me the right, what gave me the mouth to confront them. So they even went ahead to tell us that if we even call anybody or if we contact anybody, that they are going to smash our phones on the floor. They beat me, tore my clothes on my body. Even my colleague that was pleading with them that you cannot be hitting a lady like this. About 5, how many of them, they hit her with an iron rod. And why we should be pleading on my behalf? Okay, let them at least let me change. Before following them, they forced me into the vehicle, or even pressing my neck inside the vehicle, slapping me, doing all sorts of nonsense, calling me different names. I shower prostitute, foolish girl, go punish you. She say you have maps. I'll see. I'll let you know that there's nothing anybody can do about it. I'm going to, if you even talk too much, I'm going to beat you, shoot you, and throw your dead body in the bushes, and nobody's going to say anything about it. Nobody will do anything about it.
Her counsel, Cyrus Onu, alleges the operatives threatened to rape and kill her if she spoke out, and insists the case amounts to attempted murder and gross human rights violations. He's calling for prosecution of everyone involved and comprehensive medical and psychological support for his client. The Anambra State government has condemned the assault, saying the operatives were arrested immediately and placed under investigation/discipline. Officials add that such conduct is unacceptable and does not reflect state policy.
First and foremost, we obtain statements from the suspects, and equally obtain statement from the corpers. And right now, as we've seen them, in further demonstration of our openness and our readiness to be fair to everybody, we are going to take them now, with or without the girl and members of our family. We're going into the police and hand them over to the police. We are not shielding anybody. There is no scapegoat. The governor of Anambra, Chukwuma Soludo, he has not sent us out to molest anybody.
The police say they are ready to enforce justice and proceed as soon as they complete evidence gathering and receive the victim's formal cooperation. State-linked briefings and broadcast reports indicate disciplinary measures are underway within the vigilante structure. Broadcast outlets report suspensions/dismissals pending the outcome of investigations. As investigations continue, rights groups and the NYSC demand accountability, insisting that uniformed or auxiliary operatives must never violate the dignity of citizens they are sworn to protect. Justice, they say, will be measured by transparent prosecution and support for the survivor. Ella Okechukwu, PS News.
Starting next month, Russia will require all new mobile phones and tablets to come pre-installed with Max, a state-backed messaging app touted as a rival to WhatsApp. Joycelyn filed in this report.
In Russia, a new government directive is raising eyebrows worldwide. From next month, all mobile phones and tablets sold in the country will be required to come with Max, a state-backed messenger application designed as an alternative to WhatsApp. The app is being promoted as Russia's answers to Western social media dominance, but critics warn it could open the door to increased state surveillance. Digital rights groups say pre-installing Max on every device may give authorities unprecedented access to private conversations, raising concerns over freedom of expression and user privacy. Russia, however, insists the move is part of a broader strategy to strengthen digital sovereignty, reducing reliance on foreign platforms, and ensuring that citizens' data is stored within national borders. The rollout is also seen as part of Moscow's long-term efforts to build its own tech ecosystem amid sanctions and strained relations with the West. As Russia prepares to enforce the new rule, questions remain over whether users will adapt Max willingly or if the mandatory installation will deepen fears of surveillance in an already tightly controlled digital space. For now, Max is set to become a default feature on Russian devices whether citizens want it or not. Reporting for PS News, Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
On entertainment news today, Nigeria shines again on the global stage as Billboard names Tubaba's 2004 classic African Queen the greatest Afrobeat song of all time. Let's join Joycelyn for more details.
Yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, ooh, Lord.
Nigeria's music just hit a major high note. African Queen by Tubaba is officially crowned the greatest Afrobeat songs of all time by Billboard. This classic just reclaimed its throne and fans everywhere are vibing. Released back in 2004, African Queen wasn't just a hit, it launched Afrobeat into global consciousness. This dreamy melody, heartfelt lyrics, and a music video that introduced Annie Dibia and Yvonne Jegede to Nollywood fame. It was everywhere, from Lagos streets to MTV-based Africa to the Fat Girls soundtrack. But it's not a solo victory. Coming in hot behind are number 2 on the list, Wizkid's soulful Ojo Elegba, and number 3 was Flavor's crowd pleaser Nwan Baby, a shower remix. On number 4 was Rema's chart-smashing Calm Down, and number 5, Essence by Wizkid featuring Thames is still a summer global anthem. These tracks shape the vibe of global playlists and club nights, providing Afrobeat's unstoppable rise. Billboard crafted this list using criteria like cultural impact, influence, reach, and commercial success. And African Queen checks all the boxes, literally laying down the foundation for modern Afrobeat's global takeover. Plus, this moment cements Nigeria's role as the unstoppable engine of the genre, with icons like Burna Boy, Davido, CK, and Thames also fueling the fire. So next time someone asks which track started it all, tell them classic love story meets global legend. That's African Queen. And as Afrobeats continues to conquer the world, this timeless anthem remains its heart and soul. Reporting for PS News, I'm Joycelyn Ella Keche Ada.
You make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, you are my African queen.
It's a busy day in sports as the Tigers bow out of AFROBASKET 2025, Victor Boniface edges closer to an AC Milan move, and Arsenal pull off a stunning coup by hijacking Eberechi Eze's transfer from Tottenham. Sam is on the sport desk.
On Sport Today, we'll begin with a sad fallout as Nigerian Tigers crashed out of the 2025 AfroBasket Championship following a 91-75 quarter-final defeat to Senegal in Luanda. Despite a late rally, Senegal dominated the second and third quarters to seal victory. Jean-Jacques Boissy led with 17 points. The Tigers will regroup in November for World Cup qualifiers in Group C against Rwanda, Guinea and Tunisia. And in football, Victor Boniface moved to AC Milan gathers pace as his agent prepares to fly into Italy for key negotiations. Milan and Bayern Leverkusen have reportedly agreed on a loan deal with a €30 million buy option, potentially ending the club's pursuit for Rasmus Højlund. With United signing Benjamin Sesko, Højlund's future remains in limbo after being benched and left out of recent squads. Meanwhile, Arsenal have hijacked Tottenham move for Crystal Palace forward Eberechi Eze, agreeing a £67.5 million deal. The package includes £60 million guaranteed and £7.5 million in add-ons, with personal terms nearly finalized. Per second news reports, a medical could happen as early as Friday. Eze, who turns 27 this year, is still expected to feature in Palace Conference League clash before bidding farewell to fans. This is Samuel Akban for PS News.
And that's a wrap on PSN Newsrun today. I am Oluwatosi Deba.
You just watched PSN Newsrun, streaming exclusively on YouTube. This is your trusted voice for news that matters. Subscribe, like, share, and stay informed.